laggy. Slow Wi-Fi detected. It says we're live. Do we have?
Hey.
It says we're live. Do we have?
Hey.
Okay. The feed looks all right. Like it's not laggy, too laggy.
All right. Looks like we are finally back live. Working?
I think so.
All right. Caleb has been trying to upgrade our operations here with the live feed, and of course he started that like an hour ago. In the meantime, our internet has crashed as well, so I think we're back up and functioning at this point. So
yeah, I mean nothing actually changed. It just because I didn't actually get to change anything. It didn't work. So
yeah.
the only thing that we had go wrong is the Wi-Fi.
So situation normal. All right, welcome to another WERock Wednesday. Want to thank Maxxis Tires, Laser Nut, Metal Cloak, Brannick Motorsports, Crown Automotive, Spider Tracks Off-Road, Raceline Wheels, PCI Race Radios, and Tire Right. Oh, we didn't. I guess like our Raceline, brand new Raceline wheels and Maxxis tires are actually on Caleb's buggy, which is right behind the camera here. Until I get the truck back or the Bronco back up here, and then I get to steal my tires and wheels back. But so we don't have those on display.
I get to steal my tires and wheels back.
Yes, you get to steal your sticky treps back.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Cedar City is coming up very, very quick. April 27th and 28th. Tickets are available both day of. Camping is available the weekend as well. Or you can purchase both of those online at WeRockLive.com and get your order in ahead of time. So make sure you check that out. Definitely, again, lots of camping available at Cedar City. The campground area, the close areas typically fill up pretty quick. But on the backside, there's a ton of really cool camping spots back there that it's just a fun place to come see an event. Very historic. So, hey Rory, thanks for tuning in. The What else about Cedar City? Again, this will be Caleb's first time. I know that we saw some competitors out over the weekend up at Three Peaks there, so that will be
I think they
exciting.
started
And
their. It was Tyler Harper, George, and Laura. Was Logan
was
out?
Logan up
I think
there?
Logan was, and they started their weekend Saturday in Sand Hollow, and
Yep.
then Sunday in Cedar City. So definitely very lucky that they get those two wonderful off-road parks right there next to their home.
Yep. And so one of the things that I wanted to mention with you guys that are so close to that area, we have not decided where the comp courses are going to be. So if you guys have some feedback, comment on Facebook and let us know, or however you want to get a hold of us. So send us a message and let us know if there's something cool that you would like to see in an event there. So I don't know. We're gonna have so food wise, we're definitely the corn dog guy is supposed to be there. Those are amazing. TNA.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley. She'll be there again. It's been on my list to get talk to Rich and find out who the other food vendor, if we can find out who that was. So we will have toilets on site, and pit toilets in the campgrounds are available as well. So come on out, spend the weekend with us coming up at the end of April. So again, those tickets are available online. And if you don't like dealing with the digital stuff, you're probably not watching our live feed, but you can also do that day of. So if it's last minute, stop by and come out and see the show. So we're going to jump back kind of into what's been the hot topic. Honestly, really, since Trail Hero, we had some definite scoring issues at Trail Hero, which really pushed us to put together our scoring app, our online scoring app, to where you can just type in the number of reverses and cones and be able to have that spit out, do all the calculations, whether it was a point out or a timeout, whether you get to keep your bonuses or anything like that. So the our online scoring app, it seems like it's been working really well. We had a couple of issues in Baghdad. Dwayne Lewis had trouble with his. We found out that it works really well with the at least with us iPhone users, that we could go into a private setting.
Well, I think what was the issue we had in Baghdad was something wasn't enabled on our end with it.
Day 2 was my fault. I did not select the ability to be able to put in Sunday scores.
I think that's really.
And then we had an issue with a window being open or something from Saturday. So there was some weird stuff that we had to work
I know
through.
That Shara Lewis, who was judging one of the sportsman courses, she used it, I think, pretty much the whole weekend. And, she loved it because it does the math for you. And you don't have to worry about, what was that timeout, or what was that, what did they get for hitting 4 cones? It figures it out for you.
Yeah.
So hopefully try and help push that, that way we can help the judges figure out that math, and be easier on all of us, and especially us at the end of the day, where Colby has to do all the math. Hopefully we can start to where we can just pull off of that live leaderboard.
Yeah, and we also had some errors with the math at the end of the day on Saturday as well, for sure. So so we had a lot of compounding issues for the scoring in Texas, and that's caused a lot of really good creative discussions, and we're very excited to have those discussions. So we are have a couple things that we wanted to talk about tonight, and what those were going to look like. So one of the things, you can't quite see the race line banner right above us, but we are going to be giving away a set of the cast Raceline bead blocks. In order to be eligible to win those, you just have to judge at any event. So if you judge at, and I believe the way that we were going to try and do it is that if you judge Saturday, you get an entry. You judge Sunday, you get an entry. And then if you go to Washington, or if you've already judged in Baghdad, you'll have double the points that will enter you into that raffle. So we'll put your name in the raffle for being a judge, and that will give you the opportunity to be eligible to win a set of amazing Raceline beadlocks. So huge shout out to Raceline for stepping up and helping, get something cool for being a judge. So unfortunately, we can't give everybody a set. I wish we could, but if you've already judged with us this year, or you judge at any event this year, your name will go in the drawing to win that set of Raceline beadlocks. So very, very cool.
Well, we have a question here from Rusty Slade. What kind of classes do we have? Stock class or slightly modified class? So we run sportsman classes and pro classes. Starting the sportsman, we have a sportsman C, which is like a stock frame, 37-inch tall tire, up to a full buggy that you can run on the sportsman side. And then also into the pro class, you have a pro mod, pro trail, rear steer, and those are on the big courses, bigger obstacles. And then the sportsman's on the smaller side, where it'll be from a XJ on 37s or a TJ on 37s to a full buggy that's also running on that smaller side, getting used to it.
Also, to a portal axle, rear steer buggy is allowed in the sportsman class, and
but they're
typically
divided.
the sportsman classes aren't on the huge obstacles, but that doesn't make them any less difficult as any of our sportsman class competitors.
There's some tricky gates that get set on the sportsman courses, because it becomes less about doing a big cool climb and more about, well, how do we maneuver a car through a 102-inch wide gate while traversing a ledge across it, kind of the way you really don't want to go.
Yeah. But Rusty, hit us up if you've got any questions on that. Our rules are on WERockLive.com. And you can kind of go through there. If you click the competitors link, that will take you into the rule book. It is very overwhelming, as I don't know how many pages are in there, but there's a lot. So if you have any questions, if you've got a rig, don't hesitate to bring it out. Don't hesitate to holler at us, and we would love to kind of walk you through that process. Caleb's usually doing a whole bunch of different jobs on site, but he's really good at also trying to, walk you through things, show you how to run a course, and all of that. So if you get the opportunity to come out and compete with us, we'd love to kind of take some time and work through all that stuff with you. So hit us up if you have any more questions on that, and or any questions about the rule book, or what kind of rigs you have. So, all right. So back to the judging.
We'll do that Raceline giveaway. Try and help bring judges for the competitors, and also, if you don't have a rig and want to still be around the sport, you can be out on course, or if you just want to be right up close and watch the pro guys on the big obstacles, you can be there right next to them, calling them on their cones and reverses, telling them that, hey, they did something wrong there.
Yeah, very cool. So the other thing that came up out of our discussions, so we've got three things that we kind of wanted to highlight on there. One of them was a couple of discussions with Cody Wagner from Laser Nut. And Cody has offered to make some really killer trophies for all of the judges that come out at the events. you guys that have been to WERock events are familiar with the trophies we hand out for the drivers. I think these are going to be maybe a little bit more on par with like the Brannick National Championship trophies. So something that's going to be really cool and something that you can only get if you come and judge at a WERock event. So huge shout out to Cody Wagner and Laser Nut for offering to do that for us. And we are very, very excited to announce that tonight, that's going to be one of the extra things that you will get as a judge. So that is going to be very, very cool. If you guys are in need of any kind of metal cutting, laser cutting, forming, welding, basically kind of any carbon, steel, or aluminum, anything like that, make sure you go onto lasernut.com and you can fill out a quote on there. And if you want to just email it, I believe it's quote@lasernut.com. So a huge shout out to Cody. Thank you so much. And we are super excited to be able to bring something that you can only get if you judge a WERock event. And it's going to be something that's, I think, very, very coveted to be able to put on that shelf and have with you. So I think that's going to be really cool. You saw, talked to Logan Backus a little bit via text message. You saw the post that was made in the competitors forum about that. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what Logan's got going on for the judges as well?
Yeah, so Logan started organizing a tip jar for judges. So for all the competitors that show up, you have the option to hopefully kind of bring judges out too. But to donate to the judges to make sure that you guys don't have to judge yourselves. But he is for the competitors to help give back to the judges because it's a hard job. It's a long day. He's going to do a tip jar. He's already, I think, donated 200, I think, into it. But he's opened it up for any of the competitors, anyone that wants to help out, to divide that among the judges. So just one more thing to give back to the judges, which really help. They make the show go. That's how we operate, is based on those volunteers.
Yeah, and so the payout, and so the way that the fees and the payout and all of that stuff works, it is outlined in the rules in the competitor section. But basically that WERock keeps, I don't know, like $30, $40, I think, per competitor. Everything else goes back into the pot to pay out. So however many teams we get, that all of that goes back out to the teams. So a lot of the suggestions were to raise entry fees, and man, they're expensive enough the way that it is. We're doing our best to try and bring on more marketing partners because if anything, I would really like to lower entry fees and supplement that with our marketing partners, from our side, and also be able to pay the judges from our side as well. Until we get to that point, though, we've got a couple of really good solutions, and I think that tip jar is going to be cool. It, there's only so much thanks we can give out for all of our volunteers and that come out and spend the weekend with us. So we really, really appreciate everybody that keeps WERock, out there doing putting on rock crawl events, and we definitely couldn't do it without that help. So the couple of things, like I said, that we came up with was the doing the chances to win raceline wheels. So once you judge, you get entered into the drawing for that. Super cool. And we talked about not calling them trophies. I don't know what we would call them.
Medallion?
But really, trophies are like, it's because it's something that's going to be really, really cool. And I think you guys, once we get those ironed out, that it's going to be really a cool trophy to have, something to put on the in the trophy case. So, and then the tip jar, and that is completely optional. If you guys have the ability to put in some money, that we can distribute out to the judges, we're more than happy to do that. If you do not have the ability to do that, we completely understand, because we've always been, one of those teams as well that's on a very, very tight budget, just doing everything we can do to keep cars together and make it to events. So that's the reason we don't just want to go with like a hard, fast extra $25 for everybody or whatever the case may be. We want to be flexible. We want you guys to come out and be able to participate in the event in any capacity, and not price it out of somebody's monetary level. So that's kind of our reason for that, I guess, to cover that. But feel free to comment. Let us know any more suggestions on that. We're always excited to brainstorm together, and thank you guys for everybody that jumped on in the competitors section, or even on the Texas event where that started. So thank you guys for chiming in and being willing to help us out with brainstorming with other ideas and thinking outside of the box. So we're very, very grateful for that. So thank you guys. All right. Well, I think that kind of covers us for now. We're definitely going to keep working on that. We have more ideas. Just a matter of trying to implement those as things go along, and hopefully the economy maybe gets back on track to where everybody is, excited to be spending money again. Hopefully we'll have some more ideas on things that we can do for judges. So if you have not judged before or don't know how the judging works, so you come out, we'll send you guys a VIP pass that gets you into the event for free. We'll provide you with a WERock shirt, clean WERock shirts, both Saturday and Sunday. We will cover your meals, your lunch,
lunches,
Saturday and Sunday. Gatorades, drinks, whatever we can do to keep you guys hydrated out there on course.
And really, if you want to judge, we have it's about a 40-minute video that goes over our rules, what you're going to be calling, and then you get there Saturday morning, 8 a.m. You meet at the WERock trailer, and then I will go over any questions you have. I will go over how to do the scorecard, go over everything again.
How to use the online, and then also walk the course.
Yeah, go over the course, walk the course through, and then really, it's a little daunting at first, but you get a first car that goes through there, and there's a lot of rules to it, but most of the time you're only going to be calling a few. You're just going to be calling cones, reverses, and writing stuff down. There's just a lot of rules that kind of go along with then, it happens once, so we have to make a rule about it. But hopefully for the most part, it can be a pretty easy call. But if it isn't, you will have a radio, and you can just call a marshal, me, or my dad, and we can come over, make sure it gets straightened out.
Yeah, and we're gonna our goal for Cedar City as well is to try and be on the pro courses, to where when a team comes off, that we're there to go through the scoring. And the way I like to do scoring, I'm running long on babbling on about judging, but what the heck, we are I like to go back through the course and be like, all right, hey, gate 1, this is kind of what happened. You got through here clean. Gate 2, you got through there clean. Gate 3, well, when you're trying that, you backed up into a cone, and
Yep.
And so that's kind of the process I use when I'm judging. Is I'll go back and walk through, because I have extreme short-term memory. So if I don't, I kind of have to walk through that process and come back and do it again. So, but there's a lot of tricks and things like that Caleb goes over while he's walking the course on how to judge it, and some tips on like where to stand so that you can kind of be in the right place to minimize the amount of walking around and climbing up and down rocks that you're doing all day. So yeah, we'll go through all of that stuff with you, to the best of our ability, and then we're obviously there.
And I know maybe some teams could probably use that if they want to join the judges meeting too, I think that would be a good place to learn rules, and because I see a lot of mistakes on course, and unfortunately, that's when they learn that this is how this rule actually. There's a rule about that, and unfortunately, you learn after you get the penalty point. So, I mean, we could
Yeah.
even you could even come up and join the judges meeting and maybe learn a few things.
Yeah. As we found with working on my Mercedes and the Freightliner, knowledge can be expensive.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and in this case, can come with with some penalty points. But I'll tell you what, and like we talked about last week, when I took uh, we did not get progression on a gate back in 2000. I think it was All Stock Nationals 2009. We dropped off this big thing, and we didn't get progression. I'm like, well, I have no idea how to
how to reattempt that
how to
gate.
reattempt
Yeah,
it, and so I did what I thought was best, which ended up just rolling me over, and then I didn't have to worry about it. But um, at that point, it cost me
yep.
it cost me a course, and if I would have known the rules better or had come across that situation, was more than anything just being in that situation, I would have been able to know what to do then.
Yeah,
So
yeah. There's a lot of little things that you have to pay attention to while on course as a team. So it's
yeah. Um, so we were going to move into the Crown Automotive Teams update, brought to you also by Rock Tech Racing. Thanks, Josh, for all of your suggestions as well. So we've got two cool stories. One of them we got to hear on the Trail Hero Live, Trail Hero Tuesdays. And what was the story on that one that we wanted to share?
the Brassanini racing team, which is Michael Brassanini, Sawyer Brassanini, and Colta Brassanini, are they are joining the Trail Hero team as Little Rich has brought them on, sponsoring them for this year, which I believe it'll be Coulter running in Sportsman A, which in Texas, which I know went Trail Hero last year in our WERock went out there, they did amazing and took
Oh yeah,
first place. Unfortunately, in Texas, they broke the right rear
the
knuckle
steering knuckle completely off.
completely off. And then I know Michael Brassanini in Texas took home first place, and then Sawyer Brassanini, also in the Unlimited Class at Trail Hero last year, did an amazing job and took I don't remember what place
Yeah,
he got, but
he
they
took the
took
big
that
drop, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the huge drop way up there. So that was, if you guys saw the pictures of that one from Trail Hero, that was some awesome driving for sure.
I think
So
they took. Did they place on the podium there? I can't.
boy, I don't
can't
remember. Yeah,
But
Tammy would know.
took fifth right there.
Took fifth.
So,
There we go.
but they put on a great show, especially for their first time in Unlimited. And then I know those guys will be out at Cedar City. I think they're going to be hunting for also the National Series this year. So they Trail Hero hopped on board with them. So amazing team
Yeah.
right there.
So congratulations to the Brassanini racing team there, and also a huge shout out to Little Rich Klein for supporting the youth in our sport. We are so honored to be able to have so many families in off-road motorsport, and man, we're just so excited for the direction of the future. I mean, it's going to be very, very cool with all the young drivers that we have coming up with Caitlin and Braxton, the Browns, the Mizraks,
the Brassaninis.
and I know we're missing a whole bunch more
I'm
because we
sure.
have so many great young drivers that compete with us. So we're very, very excited for for the future of the sport. So the other thing that I wanted to mention real quick was that John Himble had sold his Mad Cow, and he called us up and said, "Hey, I don't have a car, but I will be volunteering to judge." And I don't know, it wasn't very long after that, and he said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to judge. I've bought a brand new car." So he is going to be bringing a brand new car to Cedar, and we are excited to see that new car. He's also in the process of building another one out at Jesse's shop with Jesse Haynes Fabrication. Not sure what he's going to do with that one, because the one that he bought is pretty much the exact car that he was having built for him, so, or having at least tabbed out through Jesse. So that's going to be very, very cool. We're very excited to have John offer to judge, and then even more excited to have him back on course, because, as you guys know, that is always a great show. Great sportsman out there, really pushing hard. So
always up there with the best in the sport, and I think one of these times he's definitely going to be up on top.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have no doubt. Man, I think that was the main things that we wanted to cover for tonight. So, do you have anything else you wanted to?
I don't think so. I think
right.
That'll be it for this WERock Wednesday.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Check out the Extreme podcast tomorrow night if you guys have not done so. The X-Rocks Extreme, I'm sorry. And you can watch me babble along more on that one as well. So very excited to be on with Tiffany, and I'm assuming little Charlie. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow. So anyways, and you guys will as well. Huge shout out to Maxxis Tires for keeping WERock on the road. Laser Nut, again, thank you, Cody, so much for stepping up and making something so cool for our judges, and to try and make the sport better, and really appreciate that. So Metal Cloak Suspension, Brannick Motorsports, Crown Automotive, Spider Tracks Off-Road, Raceline Wheels, PCI Race Radios, and Tire Right. Without all of you guys, it would not be possible for us to do what we do. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you all next Wednesday.